Pretty mama, if you're single, single, say you don't gotta be alone. Say you don't gotta be alone. Girl, I'll be your boyfriend. Baby, I'll be your boyfriend. I'll be your boyfriend till the sun comes up.
I've been around a time or two, and I know a lot of boys like you.
Let's go and never look back. You're giving me a heart.
Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you will enjoy your time here and you'll decide to subscribe and join this family that we have here. And if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Okay, so today I'll be talking about single people, people like me, people like you, people like a lot of us, because hey, we are a lot. I personally, for one, number one, have been single forever. Literally, I'm not exaggerating when I say I've been single forever. Like, what is a relationship? What do you eat it? Is it something that you put on a wall? What is it? I don't know. So I just wanted to share like my journey and how I've tried to make it pleasant for myself, because I know that like I've been here forever and I'm gonna be here also for like a long time. So I might as well find ways to make it count, make it meaningful, and basically learn something from it. So I hope by sharing my journey, you guys will be able to relate, you'll be able to take something from it. And yeah, let's go. Point number one, you have to accept that you want a relationship. You have to accept that you want companionship. You have to accept basically that you want a man. Let me tell you why. I, for one, personally, and I feel like a lot of us think this way, is that if you're single, you mustn't want a man. Like, if you're single, you must focus on yourself, focus on your books, focus on your career, focus on who you want to become, and you must resist or reject the idea of having a man or being in a relationship. And for me, I feel like it's just a lot of work, guys, because as a woman, as a human being, I was designed to want companionship. I was designed for relationship. So the minute that I start telling myself that I don't want a relationship is me lying to myself, because everything inside of me is saying, yo, one day when I have a person, when I am married, when I have children. And I feel like that's a lot of work. Like, constantly fighting yourself, constantly fighting a desire that you have, a desire that you were born with, is like, I just can't. Like, I just cannot. So I've come to that point where I have accepted that, you know what, Swish, it is okay to want a man. It is okay to be single and still desire companionship. A lot of people think that if you are single, then you can't want a man because it goes against you focusing on yourself. It goes against you loving yourself and building a future for yourself. And I'm just like, no, the two can coexist. You can focus on yourself, focus on your education, get a job, be successful, and still desire to be with a man. So ever since like I've decided to accept that part of myself, accept that I want companionship, that I want a man, I've been able to be content with my journey of singleness. Like, I know that, okay, this is a temporary state. Like, it doesn't have to be dreadful. I can just enjoy it because there is hope of something that is coming. I've realized that like the more that you deny it and the more that you push it away and you pretend like you're not feeling anything, or you pretend like you don't want it, is the more it's gonna come to you. It's the more you're gonna see people in relationships and wish you were them. It's the more that you're gonna think about it. It's the more that your mind is going to constantly meditate on it. I even remember this one time when I posted on Instagram. I said that I want a man. Yo, my DMs were flooded like this. People are like, oh my gosh, no, how could you want a man? Niggas ain't, niggas are nothing. How could you want a man? Yo, those people are so disappointing. They will hurt you and what that. And I was just like, why is it not okay for us to want companionship? Like, why is it so hard for people to hear that somebody wants to be in a relationship? Like, why does it feel like you don't love yourself, or you're focusing on the wrong thing just because you want it? So I also had to even be bold about it and say, you know what, I'm not even gonna hide it. You guys can go ahead and be like, niggas are nothing, me, I don't want a nigga, I'm okay by myself. I'm going to proclaim that I want a man, I want a relationship. So I was expecting it, honestly. I was expecting people to be like, oh my gosh, Fish, how could you say that? And one thing about me, I'm gonna be honest with myself. I check myself all the time. I sit with myself all the time. And I ask myself questions, and I'm like, okay, if this is how you're feeling, then let's go. If this is what you want to do, then let's go. And just because you are accepting that part of yourself doesn't mean now you must go out and look for a man and date. You don't have to. You can just accept it, sit down, keep quiet, and move on with your life. If you're studying, continue studying. If you're working, continue working. If you're trying to build something for yourself, continue doing that. But you can do that and still say that, okay, I want a man, and be happy. It's not that hard. Honestly, it's not that hard. So please leave other children alone. That's all I'm asking you. Please leave other children alone. Number 2, you have to practice how to be in a relationship. You have to practice how to relationship. I know it sounds weird, like, duh, everybody knows how to relationship, like, isn't it obvious? But it's not. It's actually really not. For me personally, because I, for some reason, have never been in a situation where I was like, okay, this is a commitment. I'm your girlfriend, you are my boyfriend. I don't know, or I wouldn't know what to do the minute it happened. Like, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know how to be in that relationship. So I started to think that, okay, since vele I don't have a place to practice where I can get experience, I need to take the relationships that I have, that God has given me automatically, and start taking them as actual relationships and take them seriously. So I had to stop viewing it as, this is my mother, this is my sister, this is my brother, this is my friend. I had to actually realize that, okay, I'm in this relationship with my mother. I need to commit to it. I need to work on it, and I need to make sure that it grows. So ever since I started doing that, because also, like, I was the type of person that didn't have friends, so I couldn't commit to anything. Like, people were just acquaintances to me, like, oh, I know you from church, oh, I know you from school. Like, I've never actually had a relationship with anyone. So I felt like that would be the perfect place to start. So with me doing that, like, I've learned how to commit, I've learned how to communicate, I've learned how to deal with conflict, I've learned how to love people the way that they need to be loved, not according to what I think they need, you know. Like, all of those things I learned through friendship, through having siblings. And I feel like it has been such a great foundation, because now if I enter into a relationship with a guy, I know what to do. Like, yes, it's going to be a different type of relationship, but I've already had a foundation. I already have a background to reference to. So if we get into an argument, I'm going to do what I've always been doing with my friends or with my family. So I feel like it has actually helped me a lot, because I've also learned a lot about myself, like a lot of things that I didn't know. Because a lot of the times, like, when you're by yourself and you're not really giving yourself to anyone, you think you know yourself. Like, you think you know what you would do in a certain situation, or you know how you feel about certain things. But it's actually in the minute that you relationship with other people, the minute that you give yourself to other people, where you learn a lot about yourself, and you're like, okay, so this is me. I don't like 1 2 3 4 5, or I like 1 2 3 4 5, or I appreciate 6 7 and 8 more. Like, do you understand? So you even get to learn a lot about yourself, and you see where, okay, I need to improve here, I need to probably let go of this, or I need to do more of this. And I feel like I learned a lot of that through my friends, like, because we communicate, like, oh, I don't like it when you do that, or why do you do this? And, you know, so you get to also understand your traumas, and, okay, I do this because of 1 2 3 that happened in the past. How do I move forward to make it better? So I feel like relationshiping outside of intimate relationships is important, because it helps you to move forward in a healthy way if you ever had to get into an intimate relationship. Also, another thing, since I've learned that, like, I've learned to commit, I also realized that now when I meet guys, I automatically commit because I'm so used to committing, I'm so used to building, I'm so used to working on things. So now whenever I meet a guy, I'm just like automatically committing. And I have had to learn that, no, okay, sharp, now we went from not committing to committing, but now we have to move to, how do I call it, we have to move to knowing when to commit and if something is worth committing to or not. So now I'm able to gauge, like, okay, is this guy worth it? What has he done to deserve my commitment? What is he doing to build the relationship? Is it just a one-side thing? Stuff like that. So it's just like, it's just a learning journey, honestly. Like, you just learn so much from just appreciating the people around you and actually taking them seriously in your life. Number three is, I would say that you need to be content with yourself. Like, you need to live within yourself. Like, you must consume yourself with yourself. I'm always constantly inside of myself, checking things, analyzing things, realizing things, learning things. And I feel like it has been such a pleasant process for me. Like, I don't, because there's a lot of people that I feel like they use other people to distract themselves from themselves. Do you understand? Like, a lot of people don't like being single because it means that they have to be in their own space and they have to listen to their own thoughts and they have to listen to their own feelings, and they don't want to do that. So they constantly want an external distraction, to something to focus on other than themselves. I honestly enjoy being by myself. Like, I enjoy being me because I feel like for most of the parts it allows me room for making mistakes. It allows me room to improve. If there's someone there, it means that everything that I do actually matters and it affects someone else. But if I'm by myself, it's easy for me to be like, okay, ish, let me drop that, let me stop doing that, let me try this. Like, it's like, it's not really affecting anyone in that sense because you are by yourself. So you have the ability to keep changing your mind, to keep doing better, to drop things, to, I enjoy my own company. I stand in front of the mirror, I dance. If I'm not with my friends, I'm okay with being by myself. I even take time off of being with my friends just to be by myself. And I feel like loving yourself and loving your own space and enjoying your own existence, it's so important to enjoy your own existence. Like, learn things about yourself. Just because you're you doesn't mean you know yourself. Like, knowing yourself takes commitment. Like, you also need to commit to yourself and be like, okay, what type of person am I? How do I feel about certain things? Do I like this? Do I not like this? My earring just came off. I footy, it's fine, it was hurting me. See yourself as a well. Like, keep diving, and there's literally no end. There will never be a time where you're like, I completely know who I am. It's always constantly discovering, constantly making decisions to be different, constantly, digging. And I feel like I never get bored of that. Like, I never get tired of that. Like, there's always something new to discover about myself. There's always something new to love. There's always something new to improve. Always something new to change. So I feel like if you're in that space of being content with yourself, you'll realize that, like, it's so much fun and there's a lot to do. So the bonus point that I would give is that you have to make being single fun for yourself. Like, you have to take this journey, you have to take the season and own it and make the most of it. If you're in a place of feeling like, there's pressure for you to be in a relationship, or you feel like it's so sad being single because everybody else seems to be in a relationship, then remove yourself from situations that make you feel like that. Remove yourself from consuming such content. If it's on YouTube that you're constantly watching people and every day it's you sabawailing and it's making your journey of being single dreadful, then cut. I just suggest that you guys have fun. Use it to learn, use it to grow, so that you can take things from it that you will use in the long run. Also, talk to boys. Like, you don't have to commit to anyone, you don't have to be in any relationship. Join dating apps if you want to. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop shaming people for going onto dating apps. It doesn't mean you're desperate. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys can relate. I hope you guys have learned something. If you like it, please don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.